The Pacific is coming to Squad 44. Yes, they've recently announced this. It's definitely coming. It's in development. And you know what? That's really awesome news. Plus, there's more updates coming to this game. Despite Squad 44 having quite a low player count on PC, the devs have been really hard at work just improving the game and now adding extra content into the game. And some of the stuff that's coming is quite interesting. And even though, like I said, the player count is low, if you haven't played Squad 44, if you generally play Hell Let Loose, you really should be taking a look at Squad 44 because the future is looking better for Squad 44 compared to Hell Let Loose. And I'm saying that as a partnered Hell Let Loose content creator. So one of the things that's coming is a new game mode called Frontline. And what this mode is kind of like an attack v defense style mode, but with a bit of randomization in it. So if we compare this to Hell Let Loose's offensive mode, where you have to push up, take a control point, and then you take the next control point, and so on until you capture them all. How Frontline is going to work is your objective could be to capture a location, destroy an objective, destroy multiple objectives, or carry out specific actions. And yeah, these will be randomized, so you could play the same map like a few times in a row, and each objective will be different. And stuff like that I think is really important because it will just help to make the map and the game mode feel fresh. It's a mode that I'm really looking forward to. I really think that these sort of like hardcore or realistic tactical shooters really need to add more game modes in, because I think everyone really has got to be tired of the go to this objective, stand still and capture it, move to the next one, and rinse and repeat. It's basically Conquest, right, from Battlefield, and we've been playing that sort of mode for a very long time now. We need something a bit different, and hopefully this will be just something a bit different and good that people will play. So also coming to Squad 44 is a rework and improvement of the Chapter 3 maps. Now I'm not sure exactly which maps are within Chapter 3, so Chapter 1, which they've recently done, was really like the first maps the game came with, but included with Chapter 3 will be reworks to Carentan and St. Mary Glees. They're going to make the maps look better and perform better, they'll have better optimization, so that's always a good thing. Also, if you didn't know, Squad 44 has inbuilt Steam Workshop support, so that's inbuilt modding support. Recently released was the Chapter Red Mercury, I believe it's called. It's basically an entire Soviet campaign, with maps and weapons and all that for Squad 44. Now, what the devs are doing for Squad 44 are working with a community member and modder called Internoto to incorporate almost 40 new vehicles, right? 40. So we're going to be getting that in Squad 44 along with tank riding and mounted MG mechanics. So you'll be able to get on the back of a tank and use a mounted machine gun on it, which is really cool. And then yes, finally, the Pacific, it's absolutely coming to the game. They're planning to work with 3 maps, with one being released on the release of the Pacific, which is Iwo Jima, which is a classic Pacific map. They are already working on this. They've already got multiple weapon models created and character models with the outlines of their maps. So they're getting ready to actually work on those 3 maps. Now, if you didn't know, Squad 44 is quite historically authentic, we'll say, when it comes down to like the weapons that are used during certain maps. So we expect that with the Pacific, you won't be playing as the US Army, you'll be playing as the USMC, and I believe their main sort of standard rifle was the Springfield, so it'll be an American faction, mainly equipped with a bolt action rifle, which would be a little bit different, and of course you'll have the Japanese with all of their weapons. We don't really have much more news on the Pacific for Squad 44 apart from that. When more news comes out, when previews of character models or playtests happen, if I can get information across to you guys, I will. But like I said earlier, I think the future for Squad 44 is looking extremely bright. And again, like I said earlier, the player count is quite low, but it's getting a lot of support from Off-World Industries, which is quite surprising. And again, like I said earlier, if you haven't played Squad 44, if you haven't played it in a while, I think you should jump back into it to give it a try. Especially if you are a PC player of Hell Let Loose, because I think Hell Let Loose has been in a bit of a directionless state for quite a while now, and I don't think Team 17 have really got a handle of what they really want to do, and whatever setup they've got behind the scenes, I don't think it's really working. I mean, when the British released, when Team 17 took over, you know, all the iron sights, or most of the iron sights, were just broken. You know, they didn't sight up correctly and weren't hitting where you're aiming, and it took them like 5 months to fix iron sights that didn't work properly. I mean, that's kind of shocking, really. And it took them 2 attempts to fix the stem gun. Something isn't right behind the scenes at Hell Let Loose, whether it's just not enough people working on it, or friction between Cover 6 Studios, the main studio work on it, and Expression Games, the third-party studio that's supporting them. Something isn't right, because it's just really slow and so many bugs just keep coming into the game. That's why I haven't played it in a good few months now. But that's all for this one. Keep an eye on Squad 44, because yeah, it is a really great game and I think it'll be getting even better. Let me know what you think of Squad 44 down below in the comments. Give this video a like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.